I am 47 years old, and I'm an alcoholic. Oh, sorry, that's Tuesday, sorry. Yeah, beat that. Oh, just thought you'd all got off like then, didn't you? Right. Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Adrian, and I'm a very proud father of this beautiful bride. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I should probably make you aware that from the very start that I lack any experience as a speaker. Having spent over 27 years of my life living in a house with 4 women, there have been few opportunities where I've been allowed to speak. And even fewer where I've actually been listened to. I would like to begin by welcoming you all today to this wonderful venue and saying a big thank you from all of us on the table for taking the time and effort to join us to celebrate Jennifer and Sam's wedding. We know that many of you have made long journeys to be here today, and we all hope you have a great time. Every one of you here has played some part, however small, in the lives of Jen and Sam, and is valued because of that. Your presence here today is important to them. So important, in fact, that in the run-up to today, Jen and Sam had a bit of an issue with the seating plan, because they really could not decide who to put where. So as father of the bride, I decided to step in and help. We finally decided to use the wedding present list and put those who bought the biggest items nearest the front and work back from there. So thank you, Carl and Laura, for the oven glove. And Sam says, can they have the other one for their anniversary? Told you. That's it, you can relax now. Now, I believe that tradition dictates that a dad should share a few stories about their daughter. But Jen gave me one instruction about what to say today, and the message read, Dad, please don't embarrass me. This meant I had to scrap 90% of my speech. After all, I'm sure Dave would agree. It is part of a father's job description to embarrass his children. I'm particularly good at it, but you can relax, Jen. I'll wait until we're on the dance floor later before I start. When preparing for this speech, I looked through some old photographs of the kids for inspiration. One in particular stood out from the others. It was a picture of our little girl lying on the floor in front of her mother, dribbling, gurgling, and trying to take a few wobbly steps. It's the only photo we have of Jen on her end night. So it's quite special. Thankfully, Jen does seem to have inherited most of the better traits from her mother, and only a few bad habits from her dad. You have your mum's kind nature and good looks, and for me, Jen, well, lots of people suffer from wind. Jennifer, your mum and I are blessed to have you in our life, and I hope you are aware of exactly how much your mum and I love you, and how very proud of the lovely young lady and mother you have become. It has been an absolute joy for us to watch a very talkative, extremely inquisitive and often clumsy little girl develop into a very beautiful, clever, loyal and loving young lady that was my honour and privilege to escort down the aisle today. I would like to honour my daughter on this her wedding day. It is hard to find the right words to express the depth of my feelings. She is a perfect daughter. Jane, you spelled perfect wrong. And I'm sure she'll make a fine wife. You often wonder as a parent just how well your children will turn out. You wonder what sort of decisions they will make, especially those you have no control over. What friends they will choose, who will they pick as a partner to share their life with, and will that person love and care for them as well as you would? Most of all, do you approve? Well, Jen, for what it's worth, I think you have made a cracking choice in Sam. Sam, I have 2 bits of advice that I think you will find useful. First, you must really enjoy your honeymoon period. And if you're not sure exactly what this is, let me explain. This is the time in your marriage between I do and no, you're not going out with your mates tonight. To all them men smiling. The second is specifically based upon knowing my girls as well as I do. I believe these simple words, yes love, of course you can buy it, and yes darling, of course you can turn the TV over for Coronation Street. They may prove very beneficial in the years to come. Sam, early on, let her know who's boss. Look Jen squarely in the eyes and say firmly to her, you're the boss. I won't bore you all with lengthy pieces of paternal advice regarding marriage and life together. This world is entirely yours, and it is only you two who will determine its rules. I'm sure that you will build a reliable family hearth, a cosy nook where you will feel at your ease, and which will give you strength to withstand the storms and challenges of life. On this way, let me only wish you tolerance and love. Wedding days are meant to be unforgettable, and this one certainly will be. Oh, I for one won't forget how heartwarming it is to see super people like Jen and Sam making their vows to each other this afternoon. I won't forget how proud it has made me feel to witness such a brave and public commitment to each other, and to share with them the happiness that is the greatest day of their lives. Well done, mate. Stop for the show, Many couples say their wedding day is the best day of their lives. For Ellie, George and Charlie, until one day they marry, the day Sam came into their lives means, I'm sure... The day Sam came into their lives means, I'm sure, that every day is the best day of their lives, as they now have two wonderful mothers. It is now my duty and great pleasure to formally welcome Sam into our family. I say formally because she's already made herself at home. Just to warn you, Sam, you're now well and truly in this family. I should also like to welcome Lynn and Dave and their respective families into ours with open arms. It's a real pleasure. True. A wedding is a time for joy and fun, with friends and family gathered to see the happy couple off as they start their new life. But it is a time too when our thoughts turn inevitably to those people who meant so much to our families but could not be here today, with who we remember with love, to absent friends. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm getting close to outstaying my welcome, and I can see the bride and Simon are both eager to get on with their speeches. So I would just like to... Steve. It's alright. No, it's going too well. It's going too well. He's the stand-in, he's in the garden. I would also like to say a special thank you to the staff today for making this day a special occasion it deserves to be. In a moment, it will be my pleasure to propose a toast to Jen and Sam. I know everyone here will want to join me in wishing them a future filled with good health, strength and happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, here's to the past for all that you have learned, here's to the present for all that you share, and here's to the future for all that you look forward to together. Please be upstanding and raise your glasses to the bride and bride, Jennifer and Samantha, the new Mrs. and Mrs. Pidcock.